Reeth, you've been following the news today, but the Indian Olympic Association still says that, look, a charge sheet is a small matter. We don't want to change anything. We're going to go back to the International Olympic Committee and continue appealing. So this process is going to keep going on back and forth, back and forth. Who's losing out maximum in this?
Definitely it's the athletes who are losing, and it's really sad for them because they can't concentrate and they think that participating under the banner of IOC is not a good thing at all. But I think it's really ridiculous for IOA to say that they are, they will still contest in the elections even if they are tainted or charge sheeted. Well, sports persons like us who have been in the field for a long time and who are still passionate about the sport, we don't want tainted, charge sheeted and corrupted officials to be governing us. I think there are people better than that to govern, and it will be good for the sport and the sports person in our country.
Do you believe that the government should have a more proactive role now? Because it seems that the present Sports Minister Jitendra Singh has a good equation with the International Olympic Committee. That wasn't the case in the past when the IOC refused to speak to the government, but now the government and the IOC seem to be on the same page.
I think the Sports Ministry is doing a fantastic job by supporting the athletes of the country, because that is most important. We know that all these so-called officials who have been there, they've been tainted and corrupted and charge sheeted, and we really don't think that there is nobody else who can do the job better than what they have been doing. And it shows that they just trying to bulldoze their way through is their interests are really something else other than the improvement of sports and the sports person in particular.
Do you think a way needs to be found where the present IOA no longer represents Indian athletes? That, because this is what was recommended or suggested indirectly by the minister today, that we need to talk to the IOC to find a way around this. If the question of credibility of the IOA is still a question mark, do you feel that a system needs to be set up where our athletes can go to the Olympics, fly the tricolour and not be part of the IOA as we know it?
I don't think that is really possible for our athletes to go under a different banner other than the IOA. It has to be under the Indian Olympic Association. I mean, so far it has been like that. But if IOC can find other ways to solve this misery of our athletes and the sports persons in the country, it will be fantastic. But as far as I know, the elections have to be held, and a new team of members have to be selected. That's the only way. I mean, why can't they step down if they think they are clean and they can fight their case and clear their records? Let them come back after 4 years or 12 years or whatever it is. They have been ruling and governing the sports body for such a long time. If they are sure that they have not done anything wrong, we are most willing to allow them to come back. But right now they have to step down, and fresh elections have to be conducted.
It's interesting, Reeth, isn't it, that just yesterday the Supreme Court reaffirmed an earlier verdict of their own, which said that, look, if you're a charge-sheeted politician, then you cannot hold that post and you cannot contest in an election until your name is cleared. So our politicians, our political bodies can no longer be charge-sheeted and still hold office, but it seems our sports administrators believe that they still can. Reeth, thanks so much for being with us, but just give us your last comment on that. Go ahead.
No. It was the earlier what IOA said was it is not the law of the land that charge-sheeted and tainted officials cannot take part in the elections. But now that it is the law has been made, I think it's high time that they step down.
It is the law of the land. You're quite right, and it perhaps needs to be phrased to them like that. Thanks so much, Reeth, for joining us. Thanks so much indeed.